Hello and welcome to Income Protection Options Session 2. My name is Chantal McGill and I'm a senior trainer here at Ipipeline. This is the second session talking about the options that are available within income protection. So what are we going to be covering off today? We're firstly going to be having a look at executive income protection. We're then going to be having a look at how you can compare the quality of a product and have a look at any mortgage and rent cover options that are available on your panel. And our CPD learning objective today is to understand the options when sourcing income protection. So let's start off with executive income protection. So what is executive income protection? Executive IP can help small business clients by protecting against the financial impact of their employees' incapacity on the business. Cover can include the employee's income, so earnings, dividends, and P11D benefits. Additional cover can be arranged at an additional cost to cover employers' pension contributions and national insurance contributions. So an overview here, an executive income protection plan would pay the monthly benefit to the business in the event of a valid claim. The business can then use this benefit to fund the employee's ongoing sick pay if they are unable to work as a result of being incapacitated due to illness or injury. This can help the employee to meet their financial commitments, whilst not leaving them to rely solely on their savings or state benefits. And this is an overview from legal and general there. So we're now going to have a look at a case study. This is Amber Price. Her date of birth is on the screen. She's a company director for a limited company. She is a non-smoker with an annual salary of £50,000. So I'm now going to go back into my Ipipeline screen. And it's over here. There we go. And we are going to add in Amber's details. So let's pop these in. She is Mrs. Amber Price. Her date of birth is the 11th of October 1980. She is a female non-smoker. She is technically classed as employed as part of the business. If they are self-employed, you will not have the option to go into executive income protection. They do need to be an employee of the business as well. And with the occupation, I'm going to select from the drop down there. I'm going to save Amber's details in, and I'm going to go into Solution Builder's benefit basket. So to start off with, I'm just going to produce an income protection quote on her. So click on income protection. I'm going to go for guaranteed premiums, and we want this to age 67. I'm going to consider short and full IP products, maximum, and she has 3 months worth of sick pay arrangements with the company. Save that in. I'm then going to click on quote now. Now this is going to quote on personal IP, and I'm going to show you how we can then turn this into executive income protection. So I don't need to look at the personal results at this point. I can quickly and very simply go to the right hand drop down menu here and select detailed quotes. So the detailed quote service is how you can access executive income protection. So it's taken me through to the Assure Web service here, which is where the detailed quote service leads. It's pre-populated all of Amber's details across. I can either go next at the top or the bottom of the page, or click on the next tab, which is policy basis. Firstly, I need to change the product type to executive. And then I have got options also if I wanted to go from monthly premiums to annually, if businesses would rather play it as an annual fee. And then I'm going to again go next or the policy details. So if Amber's earnings are made up of any dividends, I can also choose to add in annual dividend income. If they've got any existing cover in place, I can add that in. Now, with this, I need to add in Amber's company, which is AP Limited. And I've also got the option to include cover for employers' national insurance contributions. And I've also got the option to include cover for the employer's pension contributions as well. So pop those in. I can then go to provider selection. It's going to show everyone available, but not everybody supports executive IP. And then I can select quote at the top or the bottom of the page. This is then going to quote the options that are available. So I've got two providers that have come back. It's LV and Legal and General. They both support short-term and full IP for executive income protection. Okay, so you can see those different options there. 1 year, 2 years, and full. So why would you look to go down an executive income protection option rather than a personal? So I'm going to give you a scenario. All right, we've got Amber's details in here. All right, she set up a limited company. She chooses to go for personal IP over executive IP. So at age 50, Amber becomes unwell and has had to make a claim on her personal IP policy. With her personal IP, pension contributions are restricted to a maximum of a certain amount per year, depending on what has been set by the government. It's normally around 3,600 after tax relief, okay? Because the claim payments aren't classed as net relevant earnings. However, Amber could only insure a particular maximum with personal income protection, so can't afford to make further pension contributions, so stops contributing to her pension. Her personal IP policy doesn't provide any cover for the company to continue making employer contributions into Amber's pension. So what are the consequences of this? So Amber has protected her income until her retirement age. At this point, that personal income protection policy will end. So in this case, at age 67, Amber's policy and claim will end. But what happens to her income the following month? Instead of potentially retiring with a good amount of pension, it could be worth much less, as she has been unable to contribute for the last 17 years. So Amber has protected herself pre-retirement, but hasn't been able to maintain her retirement savings at the level she had planned. If we went for executive income protection and the same things happen, so Amber, age 50, becomes unwell, and her company has to make a claim on its executive income protection policy. As the executive IP claims are paid to the company, it can use this to continue paying Amber, depending on the provider, up to 80% of her monthly salary. As she will continue to receive a salary, this counts as relevant UK earnings. Amber then can contribute up to 100% of her relevant UK earnings, or up to the annual allowance, whichever is lower. This means that the total sum of any personal contributions, employer contributions from tax relief received can't exceed what the annual allowance is. As she is still receiving a salary, she can afford to continue to make regular pension contributions. The executive income protection policy covers the company's employer pension contributions, so it also can continue to make employer contributions into Amber's pension. So the consequences here, when Amber reaches age 67 and her IP claim payments stop, the following month her pension could potentially be the pension she was hoping for. This is because both Amber and the company continued to contribute to her workplace pension during the time she was unwell. So the summary of this, Amber has protected her pre-retirement income and maintained her and her employer's regular pension contributions, giving herself the best opportunity to achieve her retirement goals. So that's something to bear in mind when it comes to looking at the income protection options for your client. if they are looking at maybe executive income protection, it does provide some great financial security, pre and post retirement options there as well. So here, if I want to view the illustration, I can open it here. I've got the client specific illustration returning and any product literature, just to show you that. And then when I have wanted to view the comparison report, it's at the top and the bottom of the screen. When I come out of this particular page, back into Solution Builder, I have got the option here to save the one that I want to consider for Amber. So I flag it, save and close. When I then go back into Amber's client history, I will see this green box with an arrow right, which means I've gone for a detailed quote and I flagged a solution. Using the right hand arrow here, I can quickly see the quote, I can access the results to go back to it, and I've got the apply link there straight away. All right, so it's really quick and simple to be able to get back to that quote. So let's move on to our next section today, which is going to be on compare quality. So for many years, the industry has gone on price, okay? What is the cheapest, what's the most affordable? It has turned in the last couple of years to be able to look at the quality of a product and the value that it can add to our clients' family and lifestyle. So I'm now going to show you how you can utilize the compare quality options here. So I'm going to swap over one more time and I'm going to pick up Amy Smith that I've got in here, and I'm going to produce a new quote for Amy. Again, I'm going to go for income protection and guaranteed premiums. This time I'm going to age 70, maximum, and a 3-month deferred. Okay, so my indicative quote showing pretty low, it's £11 there, that's including short-term plans. If I selected no for full, I've got the indicative there. So in this case, the indicative for Amy is affordable. Just to show you her detail, she is earning £30,000 as an account executive. So let's save that benefit in, and I'm going to quote now. So we're looking at full IP here for Amy. So I've got my results back. I'm going to click on view all results, and I can see all the options that are available. Some of these are age banded. So in this case, I'm not going to look at age banded. So I'm selecting not age banded and apply filters. And I've got my products that have come back here. Okay, how do I know which of these is the most suitable for Amy? I have got 1, 2, 3, 4 of them here that are under £30. I have got 1, 2, 3, it's 2 Legal Generals, 4 other products that are at the £30 mark. Which one is the best for Amy? Okay, so I'm now going to use compare quality to look at this. Okay, so I'm going to click on compare quality and have a look at the options. Now, first I need to have a conversation with Amy whether something like the optimised plan, where it requires engagement to keep the premiums at their particular price point, is suitable. In this particular scenario, I'm not going to look at that, but I am going to include Vitality's standard IP in. I'm going to consider the Exeter, Aviva and Vitality. And I'm then going to also consider Holloway and Guardian. So compare quality will allow you to select up to 5 products. So these are the 5 cheapest products that I am going to be comparing. Okay, what is the best one between these when there's just under £6 price difference per month? Okay, and I'm going to continue at the top to select product features. It's then going to show me the features that are relevant to this product, so in this case income protection. You can also use compare quality on life, critical illness and business protection as well. So there are lots of features there to consider, and I can select a maximum of 10. This becomes a personalization piece with the client. So Amy, let's talk through some of the features that could be included or benefits. Would any of these add value to you? Okay, are you interested in some of the value added services, things like counselling, access to GPs, rehabilitation services, second medical? Okay, hospitalisation benefit. You go, oh, yes, that would be lovely. So we're going to add in some of those here. Okay, so I've selected those. But then there may be other ones that we want to consider. Okay, things like fracture cover, so covering them in, whilst they're a policyholder in the event that they fracture or break a bone in their body while being a policyholder. It might be that Amy is a renter and she wants to look at that rental increase option. She might be interested in what the minimum benefit guarantee is. If she's going to make a claim, she wants to know, is it going to be easy? And Amy could be planning on having children in the future. This is just a scenario that I use. There could be other reasons that she may want to consider the change of working hours at some point. Okay, so these are some of the value-added services and some of the features and benefits of the product. I'm then going to click Get Report. So this is now going to produce a one-page report that is personalised to Amy, and it's going to focus on those 5 products that we selected. Now, the report normally comes back within a 30-second period. You'll see at the top it is personalised to Amy, today's date, and an overview of the policy we are looking at. I'm going to zoom in on the table because this is the important stuff there. So with this particular table, and just to note, this service is powered by Protection Guru, who I would have shown you in the previous session, one on dual deferred. So Protection Guru have access to all of the providers' product sets, okay, and use this to analyse how well they support a particular feature. So in this particular table, the features I've selected are listed on the left-hand side, and the products with their monthly premiums are along the top, starting with the cheapest to the left-hand side, the more expensive I've selected on the right. If a feature is not supported, so let's look at the Exeter here, so hospitalisation benefit isn't supported, it will clearly show the words not supported. It then uses a traffic light colour system to show how well a feature is supported, so red, amber and green. It then gives a percentage out of 100 to show how well that feature is supported. So let's have a look at them in more detail. The Exeter is supporting 9 out of 10 of those features. It doesn't support hospitalisation benefit. Change of working hours, minimum benefit guarantee and rental increase are all above 50%, but they are in amber. Aviva do support all of those features, but change of working hours is at 60% and rental increase is at 49%. There's one other thing to note when it comes to Aviva's products is their GP services do have a separate charge, which isn't included in that premium, which is £36 per annum, so £3 a month. All right, so to include that, it is going to be slightly more expensive there at £32.65. No, I'm wrong, £29.65. I do apologise. Brain was going for 6 rather than 3. Vitality, you can see support 8 out of 10 of the features. They don't have GP or second medical, all right, but they're amber on rental increase, but they do support hospitalisation, and they are the best rated there on counselling, health checks and change of working hours. Okay. Holloway support 8 out of 10, 2 in amber, change of working hours and rental increase options. And Guardian support 9 out of 10 with change of working hours and rental increase options in orange. So overall, the product here that supports everything would be Aviva, okay? With their GP services, however, it's going to make it £3 more expensive, which is £29.65, which would just move it one place up from where it is now. Okay, so it's still affordable, but covers everything that the client is looking for. Now, this is great because you're showing the client what is included, that it's not just a policy that you pop in a drawer and forget about. We've got real-time evidence here of what is included in that plan. If they then go, oh, what does this particular thing mean? Back in Solution Builder, for example, I want to look at rehabilitation services. I can click on Feature Summary. It gives an overview of the assessment, and then I can click on the Find Out More link here as well. Now, in here, there is lots more information about that particular feature. So when are rehabilitation services offered? Some are at the point of claim, which Aviva, Holloway, and Vitality, certainly that's what I had in here, are. Okay, and other providers could be at any time during the contract. So it's worth bearing that in mind. If I go back and look, you could change your mind based on this information. How are they offered? And the different information about them. So there is lots of different bits and pieces that can help you tweak the advice that you're given based on the value of the product. This is also great evidence from a compliance standpoint as well. It can sit as part of your suitability report to evidence I didn't go for the Exeter because the client did want hospitalisation benefit, in which case Aviva was better placed for it. Okay, so the evidence there. You can download and print this in the top right hand corner as well. So then I could go back into Solution Builder, say lovely, back one more time and say I want the Aviva product. I'm going to press select here, and I've then got my options to get my supporting documents and apply for this particular product. Please note the apply will take you through to the provider site. It pre-populates the client, the benefit information and the quote reference details for you. All right, so that is the compare quality options. So allowing you to look into the value of a product. So we're now going to have a look and see about mortgage and rent cover products. So sometimes it can be unaffordable for clients to be able to offer them standard IP, so we might need to consider different options, and there are some mortgage and rent cover options available. So we're going to have a quick look at those here. So back on this screen, I am going to use Amy again for this. And I'm going to change that IP into reviewable premiums, age 65, putting in £1,000, and it's on a 1 month. Good. Save that in and quote. So let's have a look at the results. So I've done something wrong here. Only supports limited, right? That's what I did. I left it as fill. So let's go back again and requote, edit. That's where I went wrong. Select short term. So you have the MetLife product available on panel. So if I view all results here and scroll down, then what have I done wrong now? It's a great thing about doing live sessions. So you should be able to get a quote for the MetLife Mortgage Safe cover. It appears there's a slight issue with it this morning. This product is able to support quoting just to cover the rent mortgage type product. Okay, they are reviewable products, so they will be reviewed on an annual basis. Throughout, they can be a core or essential product for 1 or 2 years there. If you want more information, please speak to your MetLife BDM on those particular products. But they are a very good product to be able to consider for your clients, and they're much more affordable. Normally they would come out as the cheapest option that are available there as well. Okay, so apologies that there is an error on that as part of today's video. So on to our customer support. If you ever need any assistance, our customer support team are fantastic. They can be accessed using live chat or by calling or emailing us. You also have access to our help site, help.ipipeline.uk.com, and on here there are previous webinars, bite-sized video libraries, knowledge-based articles, etc. There is a video on the MetLife product on that. So if you are wanting more information, you can go over on to that site. So thank you for watching this video. A reminder of our CPD learning objective, which is today to understand the options when sourcing income protection. Thank you for watching.